Wonderful morning to you, wonderful listener. Wherever you are, you're welcome to Newspaper Review on Lagoon Radio, your number one gospel radio in Nigeria, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Community. It's the fourth day in the month of March 2022. I, Olumakaiye, I welcome you once again to Newspaper Review. The time check is 33 gone past the hour of 9, and right about now is all about Newspaper Review. And don't forget to be part of the Lagoon Radio family. All you have to do is to download the Lagoon Radio application on Google Play Store or iOS, and also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Twitter and Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng. I'm not here alone. I have my people in the studio. Shegun, good morning to you.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Chimizi. Good morning, Chimizi.
Good morning.
Yeah. I want to off the mic. Okay, let us start. On my desk, I have the Nigerian News Direct. On the front page of the newspaper, I have the illegal bunkering. Will fight economic saboteurs to stand still, says the IGP. As IGP's team arrests 42 suspects in 41 trucks, illegal petroleum product. Other stories on page 2 of the Nigerian News Direct. And if AFDB ECOWAS sign agreement worth $3.56 million, and FRS boss urges synergy between Niger over revenue mobilization. You get the story on page. Of 14 of the Nigerian News Direct. And Electoral Act 2022. Federal government considering removal of controversial Section 84. Section 84(12). You get the story on page 2 also. And Sanwo-Olu launches tech-driven Lagos ride taxi scheme. Rolls out 1,000 brand new cars. Yeah, I saw this. I saw the pictures and everything yesterday. It was all looking glamorous. All right, now you get the story on page 4 of the Nigerian News Direct newspaper. And NDLEA intercept 1.9 million tablets of tramadol codeine at Lagos Airport. You get that on page 11. And that is all on the Nigerian News Direct. Just grab a copy and read through.
Yes, we have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, and I have this on Electoral Act to be the most prominent headline there. NAS to appeal judgment on Section 84, subsection 12 of the Nigerian Constitution, Abby. Yes, now, 2022. It's on the third page of that newspaper, and it further reads, we are working to implement court order. This is from the Attorney General of the Federation. In fact, Gbajabiamila warns Malami against hasty enforcement of ruling. All this whatever content is on the third page. It continues on the third page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Nigeria is seeking ship needing urgent rescue. This is from former vice president of the country, Atiku. He says 2023 a choice between unity, division. It is well. Fire raises bridge, shops at Akpogbo. It's on the 28th. It continues on the 28th page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, and I have this too on Lagos Ride. Sanwo-Olu rolls out 1,000 cars for taxi scheme. Well, that's a new development. It is on the 28th page of that newspaper. Pengasan blames fuel scarcity on lack of forex. It is well. I think we need to be responsible and stop all these blame games. It is on the 7th page of the Nigerian Tribune. Traditional worshippers dissociate selves from invasion of OAU campus. Well, it's on the 4th page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Lagos Free Trade Zone investment to eat $461 billion in 45 years. This is from NEPZA. NEPZA. Well, the pictorial message, I could see the governor of the state, yes, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and ambassador of China to Nigeria. What are they doing now? Well, during the formal launch of 1,000 cars for Lagos Ride taxi scheme, well, at the sports ground, Lagos House, Alausa Ikeja, Lagos, on Wednesday. Well, that's a good development. I think we've said it. FEC okays 92.123 billion naira contract for Abuja Airport second runway. Well, that's a good development. APC governors endorse Buhari's choice for party chairman. Do they have an option? It further says AS zones work towards consensus candidates. Adamu Musa Almakura Akume Mustafa Omishore face screening committee. And Senate caucus meet CECPC today. All this continues on the second page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Grab a copy of that newspaper and be informed.
Okay, on the Punch newspaper this morning, the lead headline: National Assembly plans appeal. Tackles Judge Malami insists on amendment. That's on the Electoral Act. And Bajabi Amila asks Attorney General not to tamper with Electoral Act. Court ruled that the provision be deleted, not part of our law. Malami. APC moves to bar appointees from voting at convention primaries. And 1,000 taxis will provide employment, says Sanwo-Olu. Yes, and the pictorial message there, the fleet of cars, the 1,000 taxi that was launched yesterday. Talks invasion. Court orders mother to sweep son's school for 6 months. That's on page 4 of the Punch newspaper. Court remands man for allegedly raping Ekiti SS3 student for 3 years. Court remands man for allegedly raping Ekiti SS3 student for 3 years. That's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Slapping. Okay, this one is about the slap that happened last week. Slapping. Group berates Bianca Ojukwu. Obiano's wife apologizes to Soludo. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. Still on the Punch newspaper, PDP governors list Buhari regime's economic woes, boast better leadership. Page 14 of the Punch newspaper. Southern Kaduna boys, death row hits 37. Church attacked. Settlements raised. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Buhari orders silver carry CDS to halt crude oil theft. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Report where your husband reside. NYSC tells married prospective coppers. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper. You know, last week a lady raised an alarm that she was not allowed to stay in the camp. She's married.
Well, I think that's good for Chimeze itself because I learned his wife was soon.
Well, Baron behind Ghana-bound 11.913 kilogram cocaine arrested. 1.9 million tramadol. Codeine seized. Page 5 of the Punch newspaper. And also still on the Punch newspaper. Autonomy. Disregard Fayemi. Akeredolu's opposition. No girl, tells Buhari. Page 11 of the Punch. Lagos shots damaged Eko Bridge as fire destroyed markets. Traders lament. Page 4 and 5 of the Punch. Umahi meets Buhari, says presidential ambition, God's project. Page 14 of the Punch newspaper, and that's all we get on the Punch newspaper.
God's project.
Yes, on this Nigerian newspaper, let's get to see what we have there. On the front page, we have the reject APC PDP. Governors tell Nigerians. So you get that on page 6. I think these are the two active parties that we have in Nigeria. So
others are inactive.
Yes, no, we
Don't
don't really,
worry.
we don't really know
Don't,
much.
don't worry, they will send you a letter soon.
Still easy. So governors are telling Nigerians to reject APC and PDP. So who should we go for? That's the question. So you get a story on page 6 of this Nigerian newspaper. U.S. former Secretary of State Albright dies at 84. You get a story on page 11 of this Nigerian newspaper. And EFCC releases Willie Obiano on bail. You get the story on page 7. And Atiku throws heart into presidential ring 6th time. You get that on page 5 of this Nigerian newspaper. And APC convention, governors back consensus as Adamu Akume, other screen for chairmanship. You get the story on page 10 of this Nigerian newspaper, and just grab a copy and read through.
Yes, I have the Blueprint newspaper with me on Electoral Act. I think it's cut across all the national dailies we have today. It is where federal government moves to delete Section 84, subsection 12. NAS goes on appeal, where it further says Katsina senators, 25 others back out. Rev'd to petition NJC over judgment. And I have this, the provisions shouldn't form part of our laws. This is from Malami. That provision shouldn't form part of our laws. It continues on the 6th page of the Blueprint newspaper. On National Convention of the APC will stand by Buhari's choice of candidate. This is from the APC governors. Mustafa Adamu orders cleared. Akume satisfied. Buhari host APC chairmanship aspirant. Well, it is well. That's on APC. On 2023, Atiku declares pledges power devolution to federating units, where to address security, economy, education. Buhari said it in 20 whatever. Saraki intensifies consultation. Main to Breps, PDP caucus. Well, that's Saraki, another aspirant. This one I have this on the 7th page. The one I just said. On the 13th page of that newspaper, Blueprint for harassing principal, court orders housewife to sweep school premises for 6 months.
Can you read it again?
You are interested?
Yes,
for harassing principal.
Okay.
Court orders housewife to sweep school premises for 6 months.
This is serious.
And now, and on the page, it's on the 13th page of that newspaper. On the 22nd page of that newspaper, to Blueprint, 167.84% rise in diesel, 33.33% in kerosene, killing Nigerians. So you know that one. It is where this is from Rewani. On the 23rd page of that newspaper, Sterling Bank cleans up Nigeria.
Okay, how?
Make them clean Akobon too. Everywhere is dirty there. Sterling Bank cleans up Nigeria.
Okay.
On the 23rd page, do I have any partners? NNPC, FAC commissions 11 solar schemes in Northeast. Well, that's a good development. On the 5th page of the Blueprint newspaper, Senator confirms 7 members of CBN Monetary Policy Committee. Well, 2023, INEC tasked Abdulsalami Peace Committee on electoral violence. It continues on the 18th page of that newspaper, and I have this to be the last content. FEC, that is FEC, approves 92.123 billion naira for Abuja Airport second runway.
Okay, so we
On
still
the
have money.
seventh
So we
page.
still have money in
But
Nigeria.
the country is broke.
But,
And the ASU is, I don't want to say they are crying every day.
and they
They
just
are on strike.
approved billions of naira.
Billions.
For
So if ASU mention like 192 billion naira, you say, where do you expect
Where
us
did you
to see that money? We only use this one instead of investing on our future. We prefer to like let tar roads where our politicians. Let me say that it's only not only the politician but the elite, because if you are broke, I'm very sure you cannot board. You cannot board. You will not even near that airport if you're broke. Okay, also
all right, yeah.
Well, on this day newspaper, yes, on the pictorial story, we saw the APC governors with the president, and it reads, APC convention, Buhari governors agree on consensus candidates. This is the new crime coming up on electoral matters now. It's consensus, no longer the people's will. This is, can I say oligarchy? Oligarchy in practice.
An agreement.
Yes. So
you will tell us the meaning of oligarchy later.
oligarchy
we will
is
serve you later.
It's a government of the few.
I know. We will serve you later.
It's a government of the few, but we claim to practice democracy.
Oga,
Now, they are
officially democracy.
Oh, yeah.
Officially democracy.
Well, you may be part of them soon. For the 6th time, Atiku declares presidential bid.
You are welcome, sir.
Saraki intensifies consultation, meets PDP stakeholders. That's on page 41 of the This Day newspaper. PDP governors lament fuel crisis, reject unsubstantiated subsidy claims. That's on page 15 of page 10 of the This Day newspaper. FG talk stuff, moves against oil thieves as Buhari deploys silver, carry CDS to Niger Delta. Your days are numbered, minister tells saboteurs. Well, we will see how it goes. Okay, on the APC convention, yes, it is said that the PDP governors with Buhari has settled for Abdullahi Adamu as consensus candidate for chairman. President warns against flittering gains of 7 years. Okay, flittering gains of 7 years away meets chairmanship aspirants. Ezekiel, the president is warning APC governors so that they cannot throw away their gains.
Yes, now.
Of 7 years.
Yes, now.
So they've really made gains in the 7 years.
And they know what they are talking about. I think you are one of them.
Those against consensus free to run, says Bakudu. Buni warns media against igniting crisis as committee extends screening.
If they don't see, they will not talk. That's the truth.
And that's our job.
That's the truth.
Party optimistic about court's judgment on Ayade deputy. Yes, the cross-carpeting and the rest of them. In fact, for the first time, I commend the judiciary. And I hope if they can uphold that judgment, it will at least restore sanity on the political space, so that all these you just decamp, you just it's very, very painful.
I pray they do, sha.
Well,
they maintain that sanity.
U.S. first female Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright, dies at 84. And last but not the least, Lagos Rice Scheme launched with 1,000 cars. Okay, so if you're looking for a taxi, you can go and register.
Oh, God, 1,000 cars for 1,000 people. So 1,000. Wait. 1,000 cars for 1,000 people. Okay. And the truth is, go and check the statistics. Millions of Nigerian youth that are seeking for a job. Okay, even before you get there, I don't finish. I'll go right down.
But we commend Lagos State government.
Of course, it's a good development. I said it.
Okay. So, and that's all on the Tuesday newspaper.
So let's move to the Daily Independent newspaper, and We have the Electoral Act. NAS to appeal judgment deleting section 84. All the newspaper carries this. So to petition NJC against Federal High Court judge and the federal government undergoing process to delete section 84. You get a story on page, the story is on the front page and the continuation on page 4. And PDP governors lament rising inflation and unemployment, forest shortage. Say national grid collapsed 126 times in 7 years. Okay. PDP, they don't come with their own stuff now. So
Normally. Normal. That's Nigerian politics for you. Blame games.
Yes. You get the story on the front page and the continuation on page 4. Yeah, page 24. And here we have 2023 poll will be choice between progress, backwardness, says Atiku. Says he is unifying, coming to bond broken union. Okay, thank you very much, our savior. You get a story.
Your savior.
Yes,
Jesus is our savior.
No, it's coming. That's what he says. It's coming now.
I
to
just
mend the broken.
I just welcome
the broken
them.
heart.
I just welcome them. Even somebody that is barren, you will give them children.
I'm telling you. That's Atiku talking. You get the story on front page and the continuation on page 6. And increase in evil acts despite many churches worrisome, says Kumuyi. That you get a story on page 6. Yeah, of the Daily Independent newspaper. People no longer have conscience, so despite the fact that we have many churches in Nigeria, we are too religious, especially in this part of Africa, Nigeria.
Unemployment has caused a lot now.
Really, now we blame unemployment to everything.
I think it's part of it.
Because it's part.
Yeah.
So, FEC okays 92.125 billion naira for second runway at Abuja Airport. You get a story on page 7. Sanwo-Olu launches thousands scheme, rolls out 1,000 cars. Thank you, on page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. And the Senate passes re-amended proceed of crime bill. You get that on page 29 of the Daily Independent newspaper. And on the APC convention, Buhari unite APC governors ahead of national convention. Will support president candidate for national chairman, says the governor. And APC Senate caucus meet with Boni's CECPC today. Okay, the story is on the front page of the Daily Independent newspaper and continuation on page 7. What happened? What did you see?
No. I could see something unofficial.
Yeah, so we have here Akpogbo. It's no longer news that Akpogbo market got burnt yesterday. Yeah, Akpogbo market, Lagos to carry out integrity tests on Eco Bridge. You get the story on page 7. Grab a copy of Daily Independent newspaper and read through.
Yeah, let me quickly run through the Nigerian's most influential newspaper. That's the Leadership. Gangam National Chairmanship. APC Governor concede to PNB on consensus candidate. I think we've been saying that. It's continuing on the 4th page of that newspaper. On Electoral Act, not set for showdown with executive over Abia Court verdict. FEC approves 92.1 billion naira for second Abuja airport runway. ASU is on strike. I said it the other time. Where are the Nigerians youth now? Nigerian students, when you are there at home, they are approving 92. It is well. I'm not calling for protest.
What do you want them to do?
I'm only trying to remind them. Yeah. On Ukraine, NATO chief warns Moscow ahead of emergency meeting. Well, it's on the 6th. It continues on the 6th page of that newspaper. The Leadership. Outcry in Edo as Obaseki sacks 514 workers. 514 workers. Outcry. They will cry. True. It is well. Oh, sorry. So on the 14th page of that newspaper, it continues there. 5,000 residents around Lekki Deep Seaport may relocate. Where do you expect them to go? On the 25th page of that newspaper, it continues there. And I have this Victoria message where someone is launching that 1,000 vehicle. Grab a copy.
All over the newspaper.
Oh, yes, guys.
Picture.
Yes, now. Grab a copy of the leadership newspaper, the Nigerian most influential newspaper, and be informed.
Yes, thank you very much for being part of today's newspaper review. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain of today's show. I hope you enjoy every bit. Just grab the newspaper of your choice and read through. There's a lot of stories to know about, especially the recent happenings in Nigeria. So get informed. Thank you all. Thank you, Shegun. Thank you, Chimizi. Join us same time. No. Join us 10:30 tomorrow as we bring you the fresh and as the hot newspaper review. My name is Olumakaiye Ajadi. Coming up right now is State of the Nation with Chimizi. Stick on the 30 Lagoon Radio and don't go anywhere.